All right. Before I get started, some of you who are more informed may accuse me of plagiarism. Yes, all the information I'm about to disseminate is actually the work of somebody else. And those of you who are well informed will recognize who the somebody else is. No, not the picture you see, uh, but somebody else more famous. I'm just avoiding the YouTube copyright Gestapo from tearing me up because these are very good points, and we all got to deal with the copyright bullshit. Very recently, allegedly, there was an unalive attempt on a former president who is very anti-American. Why the tinfoil hat wearers out there, why would they accuse that former president of faking it, of presenting some sort of false flag? It didn't make sense to me until all this information was put before me in this manner. Uh, there's really no point in faking a unalive attempt on yourself. Is there? Or maybe there is. Let's check it out. The last time two attempts on the same public figure were made in such a short succession was 49 years ago, almost to the date. In September of 1975, there were two attempts on Gerald Ford's life. The first attempt was the president's. Thank God for the gay Marines. Ooh, not oorah. Sorry. So 49 years ago, in that sense, until now, we had two separate people go after one individual public figure. And they apparently had nothing to do with each other. The only thing in common was they had the will, thankfully lacking the skill, to end the life of a public figure. Uh, Ford was a decent guy. He wasn't really controversial, other than pardoning Nixon for his crimes. Um, Now, the more recent attempts on the Fat Orange guy, uh, the first attempt was kind of suspicious. People saw him. I don't really know what's going on there, but Trump was very famously snapshotted holding a fist up in defiance. You can't get me, you bring me down. And everyone thought that sealed the election of 2024. Everyone thought that would end any opponent to Trump trying to run for president this year. But things didn't quite go as planned, did they? One, excuse me, one of many noticeable differences between 1975 and 2024 and attempts on a public figure's life was in 1975, neither assailant, neither one of them, their lives were ended. This time around, the first dude, he was ended, which I think would discourage anybody else from trying to make the same mistake. You don't go after public figures, even the ones we hate. Uh, uh, Trump will be demised by McDonald's Big Macs and fish sandwiches. We don't need to go after him like this. Uh, but for some reason, some guy thought he could travel all the way from Hawaii to do the same thing, risking his life. And the guy doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who would be willing to throw his life down on the line, but I could be wrong. Deceased dude on the left, no longer with us, carried an AR-15 pretty much in open sight. Several people pointed him out. Nobody stopped him until after a round was fired. The dweebhead former Trump supporter on the right, Ryan Roth, he's a guy in custody now, and he's being charged with weapons charges. Nothing about an attempted assassination. That's interesting. Why not? Oh, by the way, for the people on the various sides of the great gun debates of America, The guy on the right has a long history of criminal records with weapons, including weapons of mass destruction. Don't really know what that means, but he's got a criminal history. And here he is showing up in Florida at the former president and current candidate for president's property, allegedly ready to attempt to take him out. Again, he doesn't look like a brave lad, but at the risk of ending up like Thomas Crooks here. What would motivate him, and why aren't the charges more serious than just you have guns when you're not supposed to have guns? Starting to look a little sketchy. Oh, the other thing is he showed up waiting for Trump at a time that Trump schedule did not publicly announce that Trump would be there. What are the odds that he knew Trump was going to be there? Who knows that Trump's going to be there? Trump's Secret Service, Trump's guests, Trump's campaign. Nobody on the left knows, but Ryan Roth knows. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, so lucky guess? Okay, he was lucky, right? Okay, but people say because of that, maybe Trump paid him off because he needs some sympathy votes. Does that seem realistic? Why would Trump need sympathy votes? He's the most popular ex-president in the history of ex-presidents. Bigly, huge. He's huge. Nobody's bigger than Trump. Why would he need a sympathy vote? Maybe we should take a look at what's happened since he raised his fist up in the air in defiance of the first assassination attempt. So this guy was allegedly very popular with the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marine, Space Force members, the veterans. Apparently, he's upset somebody. Apparently, he thinks the civilian medal is more important than the Congressional Medal of Honor or the Medal of Honor. Why does he think that? Here's the direct quote. It's actually much better because everyone gets the Congressional Medal of Honor. Everyone gets it. That's soldiers. They're either in very bad shape because they've been hit so many times by bullets or they're dead. Yeah, that probably went over real well. I know at the vet center it didn't go over very well. By the way, what earned this lady the civilian medal is, get this, she's his biggest campaign donor. Yay, very patriotic. That's what gives you an award, allegedly, better than the Congressional Medal of Honor. Oh boy, my own personal Vietnam. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Okay, moving on. What else could get a fella in trouble with the military families? Oh, I know. Going to Section 60 to Arlington National Cemetery for a campaign publicity stunt. Yes, one or two of the families invited him to take pictures, allegedly. But the fact is, the law is, the rules are, as he was informed before he went and while he was there, and on the brochure that's handed out to you when you go to Section 60, you cannot take political pictures here. What makes it a political picture? They put it on the official campaign site. It was there as a publicity stunt. Well, not only did they go there and take pictures against the rules and against the law and against advisement, one of the campaign staffers decided he was going to get pushy, physical, with one of the ladies that worked at the cemetery. Who was this fellow? Well, it turns out this particular campaign worker also works at the Leadership Institute. The Leadership Institute is where I went recently with my camera on the street. Oddly, they didn't react. Now I know why they didn't react. They didn't react because they were advised to not get physical with people. By the way, a sidewalk in front of the Leadership Institute is public. Section 60 at Arlington National Cemetery is not public. A lot of people get these public, non-public things kind of confused. Well, what else? Oh, Tucker Carlson, Putin fluffer. Putin and Trump fluffer. Why is he important? Oh, he interviewed a guy for 2 hours at the nominating convention for Trump. Some kind of Nazi, some kind of anti-Semite. That's all right. All right, J.D. Vance, he'll recover this for us, right? No, actually, J.D. Vance is going to double down on this. Wow. And this is the guy who has sex with couches, doesn't like childless cat ladies, and thinks that Haitians are eating our pets in Springfield. Yeah, that's not working out very well, is it? That's okay. It's not all bad news for Trump. He knows, and all his fans know, and everybody knows he's going to kick Kamala Harris's ass at the debates. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, 58% to 36%? More bad news. Are you starting to wonder why someone might want to have a big event like an assassination attempt? There's a lot of bad news coming our way, Mr. Trump. But let's be honest. A post-debate poll isn't the know-all, end-all, be-all to a candidate's popularity. Sometimes they're gauged on what the people think about their plans for the oh, shoot. All right, that's not going well either. That's just, wow. Things are looking bad. We need something to distract us. Ooh, Mr. Carter, I know. The other national polls, Morning Consult, Yahoo, YouGov, ABC News, Ipsos, let's do them all. Oh. More bad news for Trump. 50 to 45, 49 to 45, 52 to 46. We need a distraction. I just got my ass whooped in a debate by a girl, and the polls are looking bad. I know the old trick of saying the debate was rigged. The election was rigged. They cheated. They stole. We should take their license away. Yeah, First Amendment. Let's take their license away. Why? Why should we take their license away? Because they let Kamala wear magic earrings. The magic earrings is what won the debate, boys and girls. Not wit, not intelligence, not compassion, not empathy, but magic earrings. And so, yeah, let's remove the license to exercise the freedom of the press. And after embarrassing himself about the magic earrings, he said they have essentially a very large faucet, and you can turn the faucet, and it takes one day to turn it. It's massive. It's as big as the wall of that building right there behind you. And you turn that, and all of the water goes aimlessly into the Pacific. And if you turned it back, all of the water would come down here and right into Los Angeles. They're draining all of Canada's water. And let us not forget he, the orange one, who caters to the anti-LGBTQ crowd, he thinks that Nicky Jam is hot. You guys know Nicky Jam, right? She is total babylicious. Let's get a look at Nicky Jam. How cute is she? She's one of the cute ones. Oh yeah, look at Trump chick. Check out the babylicious Nicky Jam. You know he wants that. He's thinking to himself, all I gotta do is pop a Tic Tac in my mouth and grab her by the. When you're famous, they let you get away with it. I'm taking this home with me tonight. Don't tell Melania. Don't tell her. And then there was Laura Loomer, big enemy of Marjorie Taylor Greene, and a big fluffer of Mr. Trump. She said that if Mrs. Harris, by the way, Vice President Mrs. Harris, won the election, the White House would smell like curry. That didn't go over well with the Georgian Indians. There was a lot of Indian in Georgia and in Michigan They did not like that. But once again, J.D. Vance, whose wife is also Indian, he's going to come to the rescue for the Trump campaign, right? Oh, J.D., 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 what are we going to do with you? You can't help Donald out. We might have to resort to some big news to drown all this negative news out, because your campaigns are not doing well. Oh well. Well, this isn't so bad. The guy's got a funny mustache and a funny haircut. Oh wait, he's a Nazi sympathizer? Oh, is this a member of the Todd Bryant family? Well, okay, so he's got goofy hair and a goofy mustache. How does that make him a Nazi sympathizer? Oh, he's a January 6er too. Oh, he's facing many crimes for that. Oh boy. Okay, let's find out more about this funny mustache guy. Okay, what could be so bad about this guy that supports the guy who claims liberals want to commit abortion after birth? Am I reading this right? Are you guys reading this? This guy supports the guy who claims, falsely I might add, that after a woman gives birth, they want to have an abortion. And they actually do it in some states. No. Wow. Apparently this guy does the same educational reading as Todd Bryant. I posted in 2020, attacked in a 2020 attack what he called Hasidic Jewish invasion of New Jersey, and compared Orthodox Jews to a plague of locusts. That's Todd speak right there. Oh, and by the way, very recent news is all this stuff about Haitians eating our cats and dogs. This is stuff that the neo-Nazis were pushing out a few years back, and the Trump campaign decided to take that ball and run with it. It was debunked then, it's debunked now, and now we know where the story comes from. But now that this story is out there, Trump really needs more than ever to get the news cycle focused on something else. I mean, let's face it, the military's turning against him. The business world is turning against him. The military, the business world, even the Reagan administration officials who are still with us are turning against Donald Trump. Definitely need a distraction from all of this. How can we distract from all this negative news, all this losing? Well, one way would be to have a second assassination attempt. An assassination attempt where the shooter is not killed, the shooter is caught, the shooter allegedly supports Democrats, but the shooter didn't know, as the Democrats didn't know, that this unannounced golf game was going to be going on. The shooter is from Hawaii. And the shooter who voted for Trump in 2016, he just so happens to have a very fresh, brand new bumper sticker on his tailgate back in Hawaii on his beat-up pickup truck at a house that's allegedly his. The bumper sticker says Biden Harris. It's a very new-looking bumper sticker. By the way, he is a sticker junkie. There's lots of stickers in the back window. Wait a minute. All the stickers are in the back window except for this nice, shiny, new Biden-Harris sticker. How about we get an assassination attempt out there and make it look like the liberals are coming after me? Yeah, that might do it, because the fist in the air thing, that obviously did not work. This is Finkel, out. Cheerio.